Oh no. Oh
So
well.
we're getting right. We're going live here on YouTube and Zoom. But yeah. So he's gonna keep working, so we can have everything ready for everybody when they show up and do it. And I'm gonna try to handle all four screens by myself.
That's ought to be fun.
Right? It looks like it might be a short and sweet night. So
Is there anybody else on? I can't see anybody
yep,
else.
Diana's here, and we have Abby, and just the
Okay,
four of us
good.
on. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. Hello and welcome. I'm Tammie Lance, my sidekick, and he's out tearing up roof and porch roofs and getting things all ready for some contractors to be coming and doing some work for us. So, I'm trying it alone tonight. So we'll check in real quick and see how we can help everybody for the week, and we'll let him try to work through. First, I want to tell everybody, if you're watching on the replay, I want to tell all of you, thank you for the love and prayers for our dog. And I know to some people he's just a dog, but to us he was a baby. And it's just one of those trying to work through it, and it was nothing expected, so it was just traumatizing for us. But it was one of those. So thank you for all the love and grace and prayers and everything. So Lance is working through his grief, and I'm kind of laying low. So I'm just trying to plug away. But we came off of our fifth week of 72. It was a rough one, not gonna lie. We bailed last week when on the day that we had put Thor down. So that kind of kicked us out last week. So we started again this week. Started into a 72 again, but we really struggled. We made it, but it was not an easy one. It was one of those, we white knuckled it through it, made it through. But we kind of expected that. So we didn't jump ship during anything, but our numbers were just, we both woke up with a glucose of 107. So we went from the, DBRs in the 30s and 40s to DBRs in the 180s and 190s and 200s. And it was just, it is amazing. The teaching moment in it is how much stress truly does affect, your numbers. And it's just not one of those things you can um ignore it and act like stress isn't a big deal. And I was guilty of it. I was guilty of one, oh, I'm fine, keep going, push through, push harder, and realizing how much stress really does take a toll on everything. So, stress for a season, a little bit of time, it is what it is, got to work through the grief and everything, but it can't monopolize. It can't be, I need a moment, but a moment cannot turn into a week. It cannot turn into a month. It cannot turn into a moment needs a moment. But it's time to get back in. So we finished up this fast. We pushed through it, white knuckled it through it. And now I've closed my eating window up every day this so far, with pork belly and eggs by noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't want to make big decisions right now. I'm not into out cooking a big gourmet meal. I'm keeping it stupid simple to just get by. And it is literally getting nutrition in me and walking away, and got my got my black tea and everything all ready. And it's just one of those, we're gonna keep it simple. So we're not having to make a bunch of decisions and things like that. And we're taking it one baby step at a time, just trying to get back in the rhythm. So I want my chemistry to be better before I hit the fast again on Sunday. I want to go into this week with a much better numbers than I started with last week. So we're going to get there one little step at a time. But again, we're chugging along. So come on in, Sue. I know you want to get running. You check in first and let us know how you're doing in case you get to not feeling good and need to run or need to
Well,
leave.
I I'm so seem to be so tired. I'm ready for bed by 7:30, 8 o'clock anymore. And
Mhm.
I was sitting here a while ago trying to take a nap. This is crazy.
Right.
Um, I can't cook, so what I'm eating is whatever Joe can cook for me, which works. My numbers are staying about the same. I tell you, the one thing that PT and OT are finding is that my lower blood pressure numbers are higher than they want them.
Mhm.
Now it was 77 this morning, but they've been running in the 80s and 90s, and that's not me. So I don't know if that's just your body healing or what, but I don't like that at all. So, and if you think about it, I mean, most of you out there are fairly healthy. If you think about the effort it takes to get in the wheelchair, I can't walk, so no pressure on that leg, and go to the bathroom and come back. That's a lot of work,
Yep.
so I'm not getting exercise as far as what I'm used to, but I'm getting a lot of movement that way. So, and we've got till April 22nd before I go back to the doctor. So it's still non weight bearing until then.
Mm.
So, anyway, it's a royal pain in the hind end. So,
Oh,
but
Sue, we will keep you in our prayers and just know
yeah.
too when you're not moving that that you're holding fluids, you're just
Oh, yeah.
your body's stressing, you're holding fluids, you're not moving. So that blood pressure, you could be dehydrated, you can't get up and get your drinks all day long like you normally would. Um,
Nope.
all those things that you don't, one thing in itself would be no big deal, but when you put all those things on top of each other, now you're talking that changes your health quickly. So
Hmm.
kudos to you for pushing through, doing the best you can do. I love your fasting speech on, I know therapy just thinks that's the most awful thing you could do. And I'm telling you, I think it's the absolute best thing to do through surgeries, through therapy, everything is to keep that chemistry good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And
I
you're right. I'm not drinking near the water I ought to be drinking because I don't want to go to the bathroom that often.
right. Right? You got
So
if it goes in, it's got to come out.
it does. But I've been watching and checking on everybody and watching their comments and trying to encourage. And
Aw.
that's all I can do. I can't do any more right now.
Well,
So we'll see.
we appreciate that, and we love you being over there encouraging everybody. And we all need a
Yeah.
tribe. It's where we
Oh,
all
yeah.
just
Okay. Everybody just have a great evening. Do good. I'm going to watch for a little while.
all
Joe's
right.
outside. I can do that and he won't know it.
All right, Sue. You let us know if you need anything, but you're in our hearts and prayers.
Oh, you've been in mine too, kiddo. All right. Bye.
Thank you. All right, Diana, come check in. Come tell us how you're doing.
Well, it's good to see you, Miss Sue.
Yes.
Still praying for you too. And I can tell you from my personal experience, I've had that issues with the diastolic blood pressure, and when it goes up, I'm dehydrated.
Yep. It's
So
usually
it
always the
took me a
opposite.
bit to figure that out, but it was like when it starts going up, it's like, oh, girl, you need water.
Yep.
So
Absolutely. And that's across the board for most people. Just know that. I mean, if
And
it was,
unless there's,
sometimes all you need is a little sip, and it'll come down.
yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah.
it is.
Well, I'm doing okay. I have had a particularly trying day. I'm not going to say a whole lot about it because um just best to probably keep my mouth shut right now, but my hearing aids are not working very well, so made it a very difficult day. Um Never wanted to quit work and come home so bad, but I got through it probably thanks to some prayers from Nancy. But was on the verge of tears most of the day. It took every ounce of strength I had to keep from crying. So, but I made it, and this too shall pass. That the one thing, it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on right now that I don't have much control over. The one thing I did have control over and was able to accomplish today was I have control over what I eat, regardless of what's going on. So I've not eaten anything bad today, so I'll take that as a win.
Absolutely, especially when you're stressed and going through some issues. A good day of eating is a win.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, Diana, and you've been in our prayers too. And it's amazing how many people in here are dealing with some rough stuff right now. And it's just, I love our tribe, and I think leaning on each other and the sisterhood and brotherhoods that we have in here is just key to all of us healing and staying focused and staying on track and trying to remember what does matter in the midst of life kicking you in the gut. So, but we love you, Diana. If you need anything, we're here. So come on in. Dawn, come. You want to come check in? Say Abby. I'm like, I know that's not Abby. Yep. Hang on. We still got you muted. There you go.
All right, cool.
There.
Hi, been a long time.
Right? We've missed you.
Well, I really need. I just realized how badly I need to be part of the tribe and to be consistent because I'm struggling. I went on a cruise in February, which was fantastic. Gained 10 pounds, but I have not been able to get back in the swing of things. And
Right.
so I just signed up for the beginner course right before I got on. So
Good.
so I'll be what's Tuesday, right?
Yep.
The
Tuesday Tuesday at 2 and then again at 7.
yeah, it'll probably be the 7 o'clock because I watched my grandson.
That's right.
Um and but yeah, I just I can I can fast for 72 hours, but that first bite of food that goes in my mouth and I've lost it. I can't stop.
You know what
Um
that says, Dawn? Do you understand the chemistry of what's going on when when you say that? I know you've done the beginning steps a few times.
yeah,
Um, so just because you can fast does not mean your chemistry is ready for you to fast. You can we can all like we white knuckled it through last week too. It was just a rough week. And even if you push through and do that, but the real win in it is you've got to work through those beginner steps, lay that foundation so that you can get your brain caught up with the chemistry. You got
yeah,
to, get that going and you'll get there. I mean, it's just,
yeah,
but you're so right. That is where most of us cannot do this alone. We need, even if this is the only support you have, just connecting in the group, connecting with like-minded people is what's going to keep you focused and on board. And that is how we all learn. You're not alone in that. So
yeah. Well, I feel pretty good. So yesterday I broke the fast and I had my eating window was 5 hours between 10 and 2, 3, 10 and 3. Is that 5 hours? Um, and today I did OMAD and ate around 2. And so I feel like, okay, why can't I do it sometimes and not others? But it's my brain, it's my mind. I'm just trying to.
if you signed into that beginner list, I would say go down through every one of those lessons one by one and make sure
Okay.
you master them master each one for a week or two. Not just, oh, I did it today, so I'm going to move on to the next step tomorrow. Just because you did it today doesn't, you hit your fat
Right.
macros today, your carbs were nice and low. All that happens for a day. Now do that until that becomes easy, till that becomes, I got that mastered. I know I got this step. I know I can handle it. My chemistry is working. Stay right there till you succeed
Yeah.
consecutively. Don't jump ahead because I hear you're talking about fasting, you're talking about, intermittent eating, you're talking about different things, but it's like, you got to jump back a little bit and set that foundation first. Get those fat-based hormones working before you push forward. So don't hopscotch through the steps. Even though I know you've done it before, go down through every one of those steps. Every one of those steps have a meaning and a purpose. So fill that purpose out so that we're working on your brain health at the same time.
Yes, thank you.
Uh, Brain health, while we're talking about that, anybody wanting in April's, we're going to do the brains course again in April. We do have two options over there. If you've never bought the course, we can get you in for the, I think it's $1,000 off what Dr. Boz has it for, or almost half of what Dr. Boz was running it for. If you don't have the course, if you do have the course, there's an option over there to just go through the classes with us if you already have the course. You don't need to buy the course again. So just know anybody struggling with the brain health, going through it, it's the same thing as the keto continuum, as the point of coming in and doing it as a group is where you're going to succeed in that brains course. I mean, it's nice to do it as a tribe. So we would do it the same way we do. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. We go through the course, watch the lesson together, and then we'll come back in and discuss it as a group and show you and teach you here's how this applies to all of us. Just about every module in that brains course will apply to somebody in your life. I mean, there's something to relate to in every one of them. So if anybody wants in that, but that's what we're working on there for the deep work is the ultimate goal. And this is to heal our brains from addictions. So that is why it's so important to get in and do that. So anybody wants in on that, if you need help signing in or anything like that, let me know and we'll get everybody signed in. So, Dawn, let me know if you could reach. Are you over in the group too to get connected over in the big group on Facebook? Okay. Yep. Stay connected over there during the week, every day. Go over there, check in your numbers. I will be trying to get back over there a little more often now. We're trying to get things moving and grooving again now that I kind of got through my week of drowning my sorrows. So you'll get there. Come on in, Nance. Come and say hi. Tell everybody how you
Hey,
do. Hey,
hi.
girl. Good to see you.
Sue, you're a rock star.
Right?
Oh yeah, you are. I've
Right?
watched your numbers while you were in the hospital. Fantastic. Kudos to you.
That's not easy to
Fantastic
do.
job. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. And Diana, oh, we've all been there. You know, You're not alone.
Yep.
So
Well, I
I
don't
was,
know if any of you have been there and not be able to hear her before, but
well, we've all been there having a rough time. So,
yeah, I
um,
know that. I just, yeah,
and it was an honor. It was good for me
yeah. I
too.
appreciate you.
We don't give it away. We don't get to keep it.
Yep.
So, so sorry, I had to put those two things out there. So I have questions tonight, which is good because I've just been like doing, and not knowing really what I'm doing, just doing.
Yep.
So the minerals, I think it's called the minerals that from Keto Chow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I got the big bottle.
Okay.
But so how do I need that every day? If I'm using salt, do I need that? I'm trying to like be mindful. I'm trying to have some kind of a map to follow instead of I just do this. Oh, okay, I'll do that.
Yep.
And I don't really know what I really need, kind of, sort of.
Good question. Good question. Does anybody else struggle with that? Knowing what you need to do? Now, some people, again, we got to figure out your personality. How we say some people need a routine of a constant same thing every day. Need that. This is what I do. I'm going to go have my electrolytes. I'm going to have a little bit of drop of this, and then I'm going to have whatever. I consult Lance consult his water, but I consult my food. You got to figure out first of all which one you are. What do you like? What works for you? Are you a routine where you need the same thing every day, or are you one of those people that get tired of the same crap and you need to keep changing it up so you don't get so annoyed with it?
No.
Now, either way, so whether you're using salt, whether you're using the electrolyte drops, whether you're using the mineral drops, whatever you are using, dilute them down however you can get them in you is what you need to do. It's either the salt, the minerals, the electrolytes, combination of all the above. I don't think there's a strict regimen because there's not a dose that any one person can say, hey, you need this dose of electrolytes, you need this dose of minerals. It depends on where your chemistry is. How much are you peeing? How much are you sweating out? How much is all of that happening? And your chemistry is going to be different than the next person. So each person, there isn't a dose to say, oh, you need a teaspoon of salt a day, or you need 3 drops of the minerals today. There isn't a dosage like most of us would like to have, but you have to go and take it until you're not symptomatic, until you're not getting Charlie horses, till the brain fog lists, to the, you're sleeping good, you're feeling good, all those things. Then you can negotiate. When you know you're peeing every 5 minutes because your inflammation, you're getting that cell swoosh, that ringing out of the cells. When you're getting that and you know you're going to the bathroom every 5 minutes, you know you need some extra minerals and electrolytes and stuff going in. Now, when you hit one of those plateaus that it's like, all right, I'm drinking my water, I'm going to the bathroom normal, but it's not an obsessive amount of right now, you might not need quite so much. So it is one of those, part of this lesson is learning to listen to your body, learning to listen to what do you need. I know when we were down there one time with Keto Chow and they were laughed because they were running by and I was running around the convention center and everything, meeting people and doing everything. You'd walk by and I'd take a little shooter of they'd have samples set up and she would walk by and drop it on my tongue and it'd be like, oh, that's good. I needed that. And they would be gagging. But it was one of those, I was so dehydrated. I needed so much. If you take it and it's good, it's like, oh, I need that. But if you might take it again in a couple days and it will repulse you. Like it's just, ugh, like that's rough. I take that, then my body don't need it right then. So it's those kind of things, listening to your body of getting them in you. Now, if you're getting symptomatic, headaches, Charlie horses, can't sleep, can't, whatever. The answer is usually water and salt and minerals. And it's something usually simple most of the time. So listen to your body and work through, get in a routine of what works for you. You might like the drops in the morning, but and when you're fasting, of course, the drops are best. And again, I consult my food. I mean, I can make my food almost disgustingly salty. And Lance can do the same thing in his water. I don't want my water messed with. I like good plain, we have good well water here, spring water, and I like good plain water, but he can put scoops in his water. Yeah. Whatever you can get in you, Nancy, that's the answer.
Okay. All right. My other question is, like, there's been talk, but I can't remember the stuff like about blood work, like what's more accurate for prediction of like an MI or something, not so much your cholesterol, LDL, but I can't remember what it was. And is there something called CAC or something to that nature?
Yep. Coronary artery or calcium, blah, blah, blah. Hang on, I just went blank. Calcium score. I will find it. There is a video Boz has on it. It's your CAC score. She talks about a lot of that in the lipid ones. I would probably, I won't even be able to tell you the name of it. I don't know the name
Okay.
of it,
But
go.
it is CAC then.
Yes, there is a CAC
Is
score.
there another one?
She has a whole list.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Let me write that.
I guess I've got to go find that list then.
Let me go find it and I'll try to post it over in the group.
Okay.
I
And
know
oh,
I know she has some videos on the cholesterol and all the numbers too. I could ask Angela if she has maybe a playlist made up of them that would help you get through them.
yeah.
So you're wanting the ones for just your labs or cholesterol specific, or which ones do you
No,
want?
labs. But I have a doctor who kind of do anything I ask her,
Okay.
within reason. So she's never heard of this CAC, and I couldn't remember if those were the numbers or the letters rather. And
I'm pretty sure it was.
she was like, oh, she doesn't know anything about it, but she says, if there's something I want to know. So
Okay. Let me try to check on that. I know there's something. I just have to figure out where it is and what it is.
yeah, okay, all right.
If I forget in a day or so, remind me and I'll keep digging.
Oh, okay, will do. Thank you.
Yeah.
The C8, like I've just bought the C8 from I don't remember even who. And I used to put that in my coffee, and actually I'm not, well, I don't do coffee. I do half a packet of
Element tea.
chocolate caramel element. And I'm kind of slowing down on that. Because I'm just finding out, the liquid fats, your body, it's harder for to get fat adapted by doing all the liquid.
Yep.
Your body doesn't know what to do with it. So I've been doing butter with my meals. I guess I've gotten myself used to it, but that's not, not jumping up and down with joy over it,
Right. Well, the sugars and sweeteners that are in those LMNTs too will derail you too. So don't be mindful.
Yeah, they haven't ever
Messed with you?
Good. No.
Good.
No, I've had good numbers using them. So, anyways, but I do have this one that for cold water. It's an orange elementy, but it's high. It's got, I only use half a packet with 16 ounces of water. And then I can add salt to it, or I can add the minerals to it. I can't, like you, I cannot do salt in water. Just, I can't do it. I've tried it. I've attempted it and reattempted it. And I don't like it at all. So, but I'm wondering, I'm struggling with my ketones to go up. I mean, they were reasonable today, like 1 point something. And I'm not ready to do the sardines yet. Okay. And I mean, it's coming. I'm just trying not to push myself so I don't, if I push myself too hard and I'm not ready, it's not a good picture for me.
Yep.
But I am doing that GLP. And the third week, I've really started noticing some stuff.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me. I went out to eat with my dad again today. He had a procedure done. He wanted to go, so I go. He eats the bread. You get a little bread like cornbread or whatever, and a dessert, and I just give him everything, and nothing called to me, you know.
That's a
And
win. But
oh,
think how
that's
far
just
that's
amazing.
come.
It's
Yeah.
just amazing.
Yep.
And I didn't even finish. I got salmon, and I only ate half of it. But the only problem is that I'm hungry later on. So
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm just moving along with this and seeing how it goes. And I'm not trying to like be rigid, but just staying on track.
Yep.
You know.
And right now, you take those baby steps, and as that GLP-1 and you get stronger and stronger, you will take bigger leaps and you will take a bigger step forward,
Yeah.
and you're going to get there. But doing what you know you can succeed in right now and holding space, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather see you take a couple baby steps and master them than to jump forward and then fall 3 steps backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to avoid, is taking those steps backward.
Yep.
And
The other
even
thing
though, I mean, there's a part of me that wants to drive forward, but it's like, you know what? My track record driving forward, not very good. So I'm just trying to like, okay, you're okay, Nancy.
Yeah.
You know, you're at where you're at, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Another thing you might want to try to add is, if you have the C8 and C10 capsules, those always kind of help through a struggle too, of helping with the ketones a little bit when they have both of the C8, C10.
Yeah, I started that back up, and so I'm doing like 6 a day. No, 9, 6 to 9. I take 3 at a time, different times of the day, and that actually creates another question. Is there a time you're should take them? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, great. Nance, you're on a roll, man. Good questions. Okay, so C8, C10, when you take the MCT oil, just know it's going to go into the liver. It takes a couple hours to process, so it's not an instant like drinking the BHB. If you drink the BHB, that goes right in, instantly gets you the ketones in circulation. When you're doing the C8, C10, that has to go through the liver and get processed to make ketones. So you're talking a process has to happen. So I wouldn't take them too late towards the evening.
Oh yeah, no.
Have a couple hours of, oh my, then you're going to have crazy ketones about midnight. And then 2 o'clock in the morning always seems to be that time where our body kicks in and says, hey, let's party and make ketones. Keep them during the day to help your sleep. During the afternoon would be my cutoff. 3, 4 o'clock would be like, all right, that's about late as I care to go, because my body seems to kick in slow motion and then find the party time at night when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, I follow Dr. Boz's thing. I'll just take a handful, on her way home. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I couldn't sleep until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Me too. Yep.
Yeah, no, I've got to be careful not to like follow her example, because we're not at the same place.
She's a rock star and her chemistry can handle it. I would be awake all night long.
It was like, oh my gosh, I should have known better. Oh my God.
I think when I take them late, every time I do, I get this delayed reaction of the ketones kicking in, and then they kick in at the most unopportune time.
Yes.
She like, wakes me up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You're already awake there, girlfriend.
Hey, are you sleeping? Come on. Are you? How many? We all need to have some kind of pact that we'll put over in the group of who's awake at 2 a.m.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen again.
Right? So Lance and I haven't been sleeping worth a hoot. The dog always slept with us and everything else. So we haven't been sleeping worth a hoot. So we're like one of those, if we just stay up and do stuff, stay busy until we're dog tired, that we're so tired we just will crash. And he worked outside in the dark last night till after midnight.
Wow. Wow.
And he gets up at 6 and heads to work all day and works his butt off.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're going to do the same thing tonight. But
one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember when I went and saw you in Kissimmee?
Mm-hmm.
There was a bottle of something that you had. And I don't know if you'll remember. It wasn't oil, but I think it was like a vinegar flavor or something, or a dressing flavor. You don't remember?
The balsamic vinegar from Bighorn?
Yeah. You remember what flavor you brought with you?
Uh-huh. It is the or something orange. I was out. The blood orange was gone.
Blood orange?
No, I think blood orange was the one they were sold out. So I bought, there's another orange one. I forget what it's a kind of orange. But I tell you, I bought it again. I just got another shipment of it. It's another type of orange, but it still has that orange flavor. And I just got another one. I got their espresso flavored balsamic vinegar. Oh my. I love their stuff. It is crazy. Now, mind you, when you're getting the balsamic vinegar, do not forget that is really sugary sweet. So we are talking literally drips of it is what, but couple drips of it will do a whole plate of cheese or a whole plate of something that you drizzle it on.
Yeah.
It's very concentrated, very strong, but the olive oils that they have are to die for. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm not a big vinegar person, but I tasted that.
those
You had
were
me taste it. You thought it was the oil, and it wasn't. And it was like, oh, I really like that. And then I tasted the oil. It was like, nah, I don't really like it.
yeah. Yep.
So
But remember that because it's a very small amount, a little bit goes a
yeah,
long way on that because
yeah,
they
I
are,
wouldn't take a
I,
large amount anyway because
I think there's like 9 carbs in 2 tablespoons or something. So,
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, but
no,
when you go to drizzle it, you're not even getting a half a teaspoon.
right,
I mean,
right.
it's literally drips because it's so concentrated. It's so strong, but it is so good. I get a new flavor every time I order just to try them. And
Yeah.
if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about Bighorn Olive Oil Company. Go over onto the website, journeytoketo.com, down to lifestyle favorites and go down to you see the Bighorn Olive Oil Company. There's a coupon code on the bottom of it. Save you a little bit of money, but I am telling you they're the best. I've enjoyed every one of them that I've got. I've got the lime. It's olive oils that are infused with some flavoring. And it's nothing that adds the carbs or anything to it. I mean, they're so good and it's just a light infusion. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm having a sweet, orange oil or a sweet lime lemon oil. They got basil, they've got lemon, lime, garlic, olive oils that are just infused with a hint of flavor. And it's like, oh, but they're so good. But when I'm short on fats, there is no problem walking by the counter and taking a swig of any of them that will get my fats right up and I can get them all down. It's not like, oh, I hate this one and love this one. It's like it doesn't matter which one I grab, they can go down. So they're a nice little fat source. Makes good mayonnaise. When you use that to make the mayonnaise with the flavors in them, you get that flavor kind of hit in the mayonnaise. Good stuff. Bighorn Olive Oil Company over on the website. And I think the code is either Journey to Keto or Journey to Healing. Use that code, save you a little bit of money. A little bit of money.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Anybody else want to check in? Let me go over if anybody over on YouTube. Does anybody want to check in over on YouTube or have any questions? Jump in. If you are on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up and keep us going on that. And type your questions in the chat if you want to. I'm trying to figure out how to get to the chat. I know how to do my job. I don't know how to do Lance's too. Yep. Hang on. Nothing's kicking in. Yeah, here we go. Can somebody type in the chat over on YouTube so I know if I'm in the right place? Got a few people watching over there. Just type in, tell me where you're from, say hi, say something so I know I'm in the right place. Yep, who'd we lose?
Sue.
Sue.
Sue, maybe.
All right. But
I talk back to you, but I'm on silent, so I'm kind of like, oh, she didn't hear me.
Starting to read lips. I'll get better. But well, can somebody tell me over on YouTube if I'm in the right place?
I'm going to try to get on and then I'll be able to tell you.
Tell me. If not, no biggie. Everybody being quiet over there. If you got any questions, type them in. We'll try to. If not, time to start announcing. Everybody make plans. Get your calendars marked. Hack Your Health coming up in November. Get it on your schedule. Get ready for it. We're trying to get some plans made and figure out what we're going to do while we're down there. But Hack Your Health, JTK is the code that will save you $100 on your ticket. So get it. The price will continually go up the closer to November we get. So the sooner you get it, the better. The better it is for everybody. So first of all, Robin can plan and you guys will save some money on it. It is a excellent conference. It is one everybody you want to meet will be there. The teaching and the education that you're going to get in it is phenomenal. It's not just keto, it is biohacking. There are so many opportunities and so many things there. I'm not sure if what we're doing yet, but we are trying to get our head in the game enough and get everything figured out. So we'll have a game plan when we get down there. And we're just excited to be a part of it again this year. So we're ready to get it going, but keep planning on that. Over on the website, journeytoketo.com, lifestyle favorites. There's some new products going over there with coupon codes and stuff.
Stranger? Hey, I gotta go, guys. I got company.
All right.
All right.
Have a good night,
Guys.
Diana.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Tammie, I can't get into tonight's thing.
Really?
It,
Maybe that's
it
why.
always brings me to 6 months ago.
You might need to
Okay,
refresh your screen because it's been
I just got
updated.
in. I just got in.
Oh, did you on YouTube?
Yeah. And it always does that.
Huh. Well, try to type something in the chat and see if it comes up on my end. Everybody think I'm missing it. Let me ask any question. If not, we'll get there. No worries. As long as there's just not leaving anybody hanging, we're good to go.
I know, but I like to be able to try to figure this out. I can never figure it out.
Do you see a part that says chat where you can type in?
No.
Down where do you see where you can give it the thumbs up? Under the video?
Likes.
Yeah,
Like,
give it a
views.
thumbs up and see. And
No,
then
it just told me that you had 3 likes on that. It doesn't give me an option to.
okay, so go over beside that. Usually there's some place that'll say live chat under there in the bottom, and you can get on and do the live chat.
Oh, no. Well, oh, maybe. Yep, live. Okay.
There you go. Say hi in the chat there now. See.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the chat. So a live chat. No.
I love it. No biggie.
I don't like doing this.
That's all right. We'll get there. We'll
Oh,
figure it.
here it is. Okay. Yep.
You got it?
Got it?
Okay. I might be in the wrong place too. Nothing's
No,
coming up.
I just pressed the arrow.
There you go. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, okay. All
Okay.
right.
We're in there. Look at us go. Us tech savvy people. We know how to hit the
Yeah,
chat.
right, huh? Yeah.
All right, guys. If there's no questions over there, we are good to go. If anybody needs anything this week, we will be over in the group. Make sure if you guys are in the courses, make sure you're refreshing your course when you sign in. Go to journeytoketo.com. In the top left corner of the website is where you sign into your membership. That is how you get to your courses for the paid coaching groups. Every one of those steps down there is a lesson. So make sure you're clicking on each lesson, going through it, completing it, reading it, watching the videos, whatever it is over there. Each one of those little steps are a lesson. So make sure you're clicking on them. I didn't realize how many people didn't understand that each one of those titles have a lesson under it when you click on it. So make sure you refresh that. I've added a couple of new lessons in over there just to kind of touch base with everybody. So refresh your course every time you sign in just to see. And then you may have to click back down through the titles to see what's new, what you've received, what you've read through and what you haven't. So we'll work all the bumps out of that, but make sure you're refreshing your course and everything. So any questions? Can you think of anything that we're missing? If not, Don, hope to see you this week in class. See you Tuesday. Nance, you got my number. If you guys know where I'm at, if you need anything, let me know. And
All right.
if not, I'm going to go out and help my hubby tear my house apart.
There you go. Well, have a good weekend.
Have
All
a
right.
good weekend, everyone.
You too, guys.
Yeah,
Love
you
y'all.
too.
Have a great
Yep.
weekend.